Well, during the seemingly endless time of the COVID pandemic, many have felt more isolated and separate.
This can be in part because of things like social distancing and shutdowns, but the reality is it can be costly in relationships. So in today's Relationship Reboot, we're finding out why we really need to be turning towards each other instead of turning away. Our relationship guru, Dr. Kristin Lind Seal, joins us now live this mid-morning. Kristin, thanks for being with us.
How widespread is this problem?
Well, I would say everybody, to a greater or lesser extent, gets stuck in doing this, in turning away from one another, sort of sometimes just during regular times because of having something else on our minds or being preoccupied with something else, or during conflict because we're really angry and blaming and sort of doing this to our loved ones. So I would say everybody at some point does this. Some couples do more than others. Actually, usually the couples who are doing that more than others tend to be the couples that I'll see in my practice, because those are people who are struggling more with this.
What do you mean by turning towards each other? What are we doing here?
Right. So this is a concept that comes from the research of John and Julie Gottman, who've done some of the best research on relationships over the last several decades. And this idea of turning towards, so there's two different ways of thinking about this. The way they usually sort of talk about it is turning towards during regular times. And what this is about is responding to any bids for affection, attention, or support that you get from your partner. It could be something as big as, "Oh, I'm so sad, will you please give me a hug?" Or as small as, "Hey, I just read this article about, I don't know, the recall in California," or whatever. The point here is that when your partner or spouse reaches out to you, what's really important is that you respond. It can be brief, right? But when you ignore these bids, that's when a real sense of loneliness can set in, and a sense of disconnection. And we know that that is actually one of the most damaging things in relationship, is this idea of disconnection.
And people are spending so much more time with their partners. I would see it maybe going two ways. One, that it's going well, or the other, that what you're talking about is that it's not going well, and it's two ships passing in the night, essentially, and people are just fed up with each other.
Right. So, what we're talking about here is having a balance. And balance isn't something that we arrive at, hooray, we're balanced and now we're done. Balance is sort of a journey. And so what you want to think about, there are days when, I wake up and it would be nice to have sort of a little quiet time. I'm not ready to jump into a conversation with my husband, for example. And so, but understanding that, and so for my husband to understand that about me as well, is a really important piece of being in sort of relationship harmony. But that's different, saying just, "Oh, I need some quiet time," or sort of agreeing. Again, what we're talking about is the conversation around that, and the awareness of both people as to what they're actually doing. So this idea so because if you're talking about how you're going to be taking some time apart from each other, you're still actually turning towards each other, if that makes sense. And then in conflict, what can happen, like if you're both having a super bad day and you're ending up in sort of a quarrel about something, if one person says to the other, "Oh, we are having such a bad day, we are having a hard time right now," that we language, again, you're irritated with each other, you're in a fight, but if you can use the we language, what that does is says, this relationship is a pattern, and together we can solve this, which also goes back to this idea of being a team. And that is a really important place for relationships to live as often as possible.
We are in a fight.
That's right.
No,
you acknowledge, and
then
you can deal with it, right? I mean, it's still it's still a fight. It's still something you have to work through.
Yes.
But this is like the key that allows you to even get to that work, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. And the thing that's so interesting about this is what happens when you use the we language is it becomes less blaming and shaming, right? Like we'll feel bad. We all do, unkind things at some point, sometimes on purpose, mostly by accident. And then when we're called out on that by our partners, we feel bad. Like generally speaking, that's what happens. But so if we can say, because again, it's like if I say this thing that I know will probably irritate you, but I'm tired, so I'm going to say it anyway, and then you get irritated, then I can be mad at you for getting irritated, because why are you always irritated when I say that thing, right? And so you can really see this back and forth happening. And if you sort of having more of an eagle's eye view about what is actually going on in the relationship, that is really super protective.
Good.
So that's why this is turning towards idea, which sounds so simple, not easy, but really, really helpful.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, very powerful. Kristin, thank you so much.